Alright, what's up guys, so this is episode 7 of Horrifying Crime Show. So we start a brand new, this will be the longest I think that I've done, probably, the longest series I've done on a single case since either the OJ case, Jack the Ripper, or Zodiac. And I mean, it makes sense. I mean, this is the first thing I ever created. This is the first thing part of the Horrifying Nights universe I ever created, the first slasher franchise that I ever did, and that is The Man. If you've been on this channel for any length of time, even for a week, you know of The Man. The Man is the most popular thing I've ever done. The only thing that has really come close is the Horrifying Nights, the main show. That's really the only series that's had the amount of viewers that The Man has had, other than obviously Madness Man. But those two are so linked together that I usually just count them as the same. But so this will be a 7-part series. There is 13 episodes this season, so this will be a 7-part series that will be. It will go through everything about The Man, from his introduction to when he officially killed someone for the first time, and so on and so forth. So let's begin. So you have to go all the way back to 1992, the same year that the Madness Man escaped the Horrifying Nights Asylum and wasn't seen for 25 years. That same year, the Man and his wife got married, and everything was great. I mean, in the city of Horrifying Nights at this time, it's completely different than it is today in 2035, almost 2036. Today, there's over 15 different serial killers. There's 2 cults. There's the Horrifying Nights believers that are obsessed with serial killers. There's 6 different urban legends that are actually true. But back in 1992, in the entire history, which started back in 1894, the entire history, the first murder took place in 1974. That was the first time a murder of any kind happened in the city. That's 80 years without having a single murder. Then, in 1975, there was a murder, so the very next year. Then in 1983, 1985, but it was only one murder about every 3 to 10 years. In 1992 is the most murders in a single year, at 10. It was all by Madness from the asylum, but that was immediately covered away, and we'd never seen that amount of murders in a single time. The only time would be in 2017. So it took 25 years to reach that number ever again. So in 25 years, it was completely fine. And for the first 5 years, the Man and his wife were just like what every couple wishes to be. It was perfect. They both had jobs. When she would get home, he would be cooking dinner, have have his dog next to him. If he got home, same thing. And for 5 years, it was fantastic. And then everything changed one night. And my timeline that I have, because I have this other series that I have called the Horrifying Nights universe, which is basically it's a timeline series. The whole series is just a timeline from that very first year that the city came into existence to all the way to 2036, January of 2036, which is when my Horrifying Nights Season 4, Episode 1 starts. Every single time that series starts a new season, a new year begins. So after this happened, 39 years later, this is the reason why the man who is the way he is now, 39 years ago, on August 2nd, 1997, him and his wife were sitting there, laying there actually asleep. All of a sudden, a crash, a window breaking and all that stuff. They hear that. They go outside their door, and there's two people in their house, so it's breaking. There's a scuffle, and the man is knocked out. When he wakes back up, he sees sirens. He's confused, and his wife is not there. They ask what happens. He explains a little bit, but it's kind of fuzzy. They immediately find out that he definitely did not kill his wife or make her disappear or anything like that. Everyone said that they were the perfect couple. You could not get a more perfect couple. Did they argue every now and then? Of course, but everyone argues, and you don't have to be together to not experience that. Everyone that has friends, everyone that has family, everyone that has a significant other that you have, you're going to argue about it at some point. That's just life. But so after that happened, after a year, he worked with the detectives, he worked with the bartenders, all that stuff, all the places that he just asked around. Has there been any break-ins, anything like that? There were some people that said that there was nowhere there was connected with the break-ins, just some every now and then, and all that stuff. And in 1997, the biggest crime was B&Es, so it would make sense that there was some, even at the bar that they would go to every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They would go there, have a few drinks, and then head home, because the bar was on the same block, and they so years go by. Actually, 5 years, in fact, go by. And on the 5-year anniversary, August 2nd, 2002, the man's wife's body is recovered 1 mile away from the home. And it was placed there on purpose. The man lost it. Completely lost it. He said that he needs to take matters into his own hands, so he went and he searched everywhere. And I'm going to leave with this. Not even a few weeks later, he finds the two people that did it. And I'm going to end it there. So that's it. Make sure to like, subscribe. Talk to you guys later.